How's the composition coming, Chrissy?
Oh, pretty good. I only have to write about 200 more words.
Yay, Milroy! Milroy, this va!
Mom, you look great. Oh, you must have been a wonderful cheerleader.
Thank you.
You gonna take that outfit to your college reunion this weekend?
Oh, sure. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if during halftime at the game the crowd would insist that I get up and lead a guest locomotive.
What is this all about?
My graduating class is holding a reunion this weekend. You didn't tell me that. Well, I just decided to go this morning.
And since I'll be going to Milroy in 2 years, Mom's gonna take me up to show me the campus.
You didn't tell me that. What reunion is this, Lucy? What year did you graduate? I'm not going to tell you that either.
Oh, gee, Aunt Viv, we're gonna have a neat time.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you go with us?
Oh, yeah. How about that, Viv? Why don't you? We're going to have a torchlight parade, and there's a big rally, and a game Saturday, and a dance afterward.
Oh, I don't think so. I'd rather stay home.
Why?
Why don't you go and have some fun, Mom? Jerry and I'll be at Uncle Ned's, and you'll be all alone.
Sure. What are you going to do all weekend?
Well, to begin with, I'm going to sleep every day till noon.
Come on. You'll have a lot more fun at Milroy.
I defy you to top what I just outlined.
Well, for one thing, we can go to the game and the dance with 2 cute bachelor professors. You topped it. All right, listen, if you're going to go, you both have to learn some of the Milroy yells so you can get into the spirit of the game. Sit down.
Okay.
All right. Now, this first yell I'm going to teach you is a wonderful one. It has 26 rahs at the end.
Oh.
I'll do it, and then you do it with me, okay?
All right.
All right, okay, gang. Let's give them the old Milroy axe. Give them the axe. Give him the axe. Give him the axe. Where? Right in the neck. Right in the neck. Right in the neck. There. Give him the axe. The axe. The axe. Give him the axe. The axe. The axe. Give him the axe. Give him the axe. Give him the axe. Where? Right in the neck. The neck. The neck. Right in the neck. The neck. The neck. Right in the neck. Right in the neck. Right in the neck. There. Yay, Milroy. Yay. Wow, wow, wow. Campus.
Oh, I can't wait to come here.
And you know what? In the springtime, all these trees are in blossom.
Oh.
And see, honey, right over there is where I lived on campus my last year. That's the Senior Women's Hall. I lived in the East Wing.
Excuse me, Mrs. Carmichael.
Yeah?
That's not the Senior Women's Hall anymore.
Oh?
No, it's a men's dorm.
Oh, it sounds like you left school too soon, Lucy. Come on, honey. And right over there is Dean Bennett's house.
Oh.
And right now, we are standing right in front of the most famous landmark on campus. This is the Milroy Bell Tower, named after Zachary Milroy, the founder of the university. And usually... Oh, dear.
What's the matter?
Zachary Milroy's statue is up there.
Well, who do you expect to find on the Milroy Tower? Leland Stanford?
No, I mean at homecoming, the statue is always stolen by one of the dorms. It's tradition. Hey, how come you haven't already swiped him? What's happened to your old dorm spirit?
Oh, Dean Bennett clamped down again this year. He said stealing Zachary is out.
Oh, he says that every year. He never means it.
Oh, he sounded like he meant it this time.
Well, he sounds like he means it every time. Look, this is your chance. Go on, get him. We'll stand guard. You can help him, Chris.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
Where are we going to hide him?
Oh, the campus police are all over the place.
Yeah, I know. Good spots are hard to find. Let me think now. I got it. Under the porch of the journalism building. That's where I hid him when I was a senior.
No, the journalism building was torn down the year after you left.
Oh.
What year was that, honey?
Never mind. I know where we can hide him. In the closet in our room at the dorm. They'll never suspect an old grad of being in on this.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Now be careful. I'm Lucille Taylor Carmichael, class of,
Well, there's no point in whispering, dear. We're all in the same class.
What year was that, honey?
Never mind, Viv. Now, come on, go mingle. Find Chris.
Okay.
We decided to use name tags just in case we couldn't remember who we were after so many years.
Well, I'll recognize everybody. After all, it hasn't been that long. Cuddles Conrad. Cuddles Conrad.
Yeah, that's me. Oh, come have some coffee, Lucy. I'm so glad you could make it.
Well, I'm...
Lucy! Lucy Taylor, how are you?
Well, hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Be a son of a gun. You look even prettier than you did on graduation day.
Well, let me tell you, you're just as handsome as you were back then, too, Howard Wilcox.
Lucy, it sure is good to see you again.
Thank
Lucy
you.
Taylor, how are you?
Hi there, how are you?
Oh, long time no see.
Yeah, long time no see is right. Oh, what a beautiful pom-pom. Do you mind if I take a smell of your pom-pom? Oh, thank you, Betty Jo Hampton.
Oh, I didn't think you'd remember me.
Are you kidding? Not remember you?
Do you remember me?
Bill Lanston. Bill Lanston, how is Flo and your 3 lovely daughters?
I married Alice, and we have 4 sons.
Lucy, do you remember this?
Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, my gosh.
Can you still remember how to play it,
I
Lucy?
don't know. I haven't touched one in years. Let's see. My dog has fleas. It's in tune. Let's see now. La 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 la. Ba ba da 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 da. Wa da 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 da. Ba 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 ba.
Has anybody seen my girl? If you should run into, rather to, rather with her. Has anybody seen my girl? Has anybody seen my
Dean Bennett.
Well, whom do we have here?
Oh,
Lucille Taylor,
Yes.
of course. Well, excuse me for looking at your name tag, but it has been a long time.
oh,
hasn't it?
yes, sir. It has been a long time.
Oh, well.
Dean Bennett, I have a message for you.
Oh, thank you very much. May I have your attention, please? Everyone. I have just learned that somebody has stolen the statue of our founder from the bell tower.
Well, are they still doing that?
Yes, they are. In spite of the fact that I have personally requested the student body to refrain from such childish pranks.
But Dean Bennett, it's tradition.
I'm all for tradition, but this is just nonsense.
Well, I'm sure whoever took it will put it back, and that's all there will be to it.
That is not all there will be to it.
No?
I intend to find out about this once and for all. And when I find out who has taken that statue, I intend to expel them. Excuse me.
Oh, Mother, you and your bright ideas.
I'm sorry, dear. I had no idea it would turn out this way.
I may become the first co-ed in history to be kicked out of college while I'm still in high school.
Now, look, don't worry. I'll fix everything. Now, look, Chris, you go on to the rally. I don't want you any more involved than you already
Okay.
are. Hey, come here. Well, now listen. You and I have got to sneak Zachary back to that tower before somebody finds him in our room at the dorm.
We can't put that statue back in broad daylight with everybody looking for it.
Well, we can if he's wearing a top coat and a hat.
Oh, yeah, he's wearing a top coat and a hat.
All right.
Wait a minute. Where are we going to get a man's coat and a hat?
Well, welcome to our class reunion. May I take your coat and hat?
Never been so embarrassed in my whole life. Carrying this silly-looking thing between us all the way from the dorm.
Nobody thought a thing about it. They assumed he was an old grad who started celebrating homecoming a little early.
Well, I wish this old grad hadn't gotten so portly through the years. He weighs a ton.
Now, grumbling. Let's just get him inside, for heaven's sake. Come on, this way.
Hi, Lucy.
Oh, hi, Howard.
Lucy, aren't you going to the rally?
Oh, yeah, in a few minutes. I got to take care of my friend. I'm afraid he started celebrating our victory ahead of time.
Can I help you with him?
No. His wife and I can handle him. We'll see you at the rally. His wife. You get me up here, you promise me a cute bachelor, and then you marry me off to this pigeon roost. All right. I couldn't tell him he was my husband. I graduated from this college. I have a reputation to maintain.
Oh.
Now, come on. Come on. Better just stop grumbling so much. Now, listen up. Oh, dear. Stop kicking me. Wait a minute, I'll get the door open. Wait a minute, Bev. All right. Go ahead. Go first, yes. Come on, old boy. Ow. Don't go so fast, Bev. Now, wait a minute. Heavens. Okay, I'll take his hat and coat off. A circular staircase yet. Come on, let's go. All right, now you get a hold of the head. All right, and then I'll lift up the back. You got it? Yeah, I got it. Okay, go ahead. All right. Up you go. I just can't do it, Lucy. You know I'm afraid of height. Afraid of height? You're only on the first step. Well, don't think just because you got me going backwards, I don't know that there's 4 more flights up there. Oh, come on. Now, you know me and my acrophobia. Viv, do you have any idea what it's like to have a best friend who's a neurotic? Well, you get yourself another best friend, and you'll make me the happiest neurotic in the world. Come on, let's go, huh? Well, now, maybe turn him. Let's see. That's not going to work. That's it. Oh. All right? Ready? Oh, he wants to go that way. All right, back up. Okay. All right, okay. Up. Raise him up, Bev. Oh. Okay. Hold on now, Lucy. Hold on. Get up there yourself first. Wait a minute now. Let's go sideways. All the way. Hurry up, he's getting heavy. All right, hold on now. Just hold him right there. All right. Hold him right there. Got it. Okay. Come on. I can't. Oh, it's so beautiful up here. You can see Lucy, it's so high. Why did you do that? Don't yell at me. I'll just bet he's broken in a million pieces. I hope he is. Come on, let's go get him. You mean we have to go all the way down there and bring him all the way back up here again? Of course we do, and we better hurry up. Now, come on, it's almost 11 o'clock. You want me to hurry back up those stairs? Yes, I do. I want to get to the rally. Now, come on. Viv, You had better get down there if you want to meet any cute bachelor professors.
Oh, brother. Oh, Lucy, I never thought I'd ever say this, but I almost wish you'd been a dropout.
Hang on now, dear. Get way up at the top, and then I'll shove him up there. All right. Okay, coming fine now. Don't give up now. Up you go, girl. All right. You got it. All right. You got it? Yep. All right, stand up. You can't do it sitting down. Oh, be still. How many times do I have to tell you to get on your feet? Oh, for heaven's sake, Bill, I can't hold this thing any longer.
I gotta go. All right.
Right. All the way up there.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, now.
All right, now. Now, we'll put him over on his little platform. Come on.
You know, I spent more time with Zachary than I did with my ex-husband.
Right here. Yeah? Now, you hold on up here like this. Yeah? And I'll take the seat and put him over the railing.
All righty.
You got it? Go. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, wait a minute now. Oh. Oh, well, I'll lower him carefully. Watch out for his hand. Is he there? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh. Got him? Yeah. Oh. Mission accomplished. Thank goodness. Oh, boy. Come on, let's go to the rally.
You think it's still going on? It's almost 12 o'clock, girl.
There!
What?
There's no handle on this door!
No handle on the door? Why did you close it?
I didn't know there was any handle on the door! Give it over! Give it over! I said that.
Well, I must say it's been quite a weekend. So far, we've missed the rally and the game, and if my luck holds out, we'll probably miss the dance tonight.
Oh, now, Viv, we'll get out of here in time for the dance.
I don't really care about the dance anymore. I just want to get out of here before New Year's Eve.
Hey, I hear somebody coming up the steps.
You don't.
Hooray, we're saved!
We're saved?
They're coming up the
Somebody's
steps.
coming?
Oh, boy, are we glad to see you, Dean Bennett.
Lucy, are you okay?
Yeah, we're all right.
Lucy, you missed a great game.
Really?
Yeah, we were worried sick.
Oh,
How did you know we were up here?
Well, Dean Bennett suggested that you might be up here.
Oh, now look, Dean Bennett, please, you, my daughter Chris and her friends had nothing to do with this. I did it all by myself, so go on and expel me, have my diploma revoked.
You can't touch me. I went to Kansas State.
Now, let's not get hasty. After all, somebody might wonder how I got a hunch that this was where you were.
Yeah, come to think of it, how did you think to look up here?
Well, when I was in school and stole the statue, there wasn't any handle on that doorway either.
You slight Zachary!
If you don't tell on me, I won't tell on you. Is it a deal?
It's a deal! Oh, that's wonderful! Hey, what are you all doing up here anyway?
Lucy, we haven't sung the alma mater yet.
Yeah, we wouldn't sing without you to lead us like you used to.
You want me to lead you?
Let's sing it now, Lucy.
No, I haven't done it for... Oh, no, I had no idea we were going to do that, so I'm not...
Song.
how every year the printing in books gets smaller?
Why don't you get yourself a pair of glasses?
Vivian, I don't need glasses. I've told you that 50 times.
Okay. Let me see you read that book.
Cookbook. I have perfect vision, Viv.
Let me see you read one of the recipes.
All right, Vivian. Chicken fricassee. Take 1 large stewing hen and cut it in several parts and put it in a quart of water, bring to a boil, and season...
Nice try, girl, but your chicken fricassee is going to taste just like apple strudel.
All right, you're so smart. You got the book. Now read me the recipe for chocolate fudge cake.
Why?
Because tomorrow Mrs. Mooney is having her charity cake sale, and we always donate a cake, remember?
Lucy, why are you so stubborn?
About what?
Millions of us women wear glasses, and we look marvelous in them.
Well, I know, but I just don't have the face for glasses.
Now, if you're so worried about your looks, why don't you get a pair of contact lenses?
Oh, they're too expensive. I can't afford them. $200.
Oh, you don't have to pay for them all at once. I was just reading Dr. Kaufman's ad here in the paper. I was looking at it. Here. Look at... Oh, I forgot. You can't read.
I can read the big print, for heaven's sake. Contact lenses. No money down, 52 weeks to pay. Wear them before you buy. Free trial offer.
See? That's only $4 a week. And if you don't like them, you can bring them back.
Uh-oh. I knew there was a catch to it. You have to have your credit approved.
Oh, now surely Dr. Kaufman would trust you for a measly $4 a week.
Apparently you have forgotten my credit rating. Do you know that before the newsboy will throw a paper on our front porch, I have to go out and throw him a nickel? I'm more in debt than the United States Treasury.
Dear.
Oh, hello.
Good evening, Miss Carmichael.
Hello there.
Here, Miss Bagley.
Well, there's Nelson. Hello, Nelson there, boy. Are you taking Mr. Mooney for his evening constitutional?
Yes, is this a social call, or did you two just drop in to growl?
Irma asked me to drop by and pick up your cake for the cake sale tomorrow.
Oh, well, I haven't baked the cake yet. I'm going to make it tomorrow morning.
Oh, well, fine. Will you send it over tomorrow?
Yes, we'll see that it gets to the bank.
Good. Come on, Nelson. Good night. Come on.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, would you stay for a few moments? I'd like to talk to you about something.
Well, I can stay for a few moments, but Nelson can't. If he's away from Irma too long, she gets lonesome. Nelson, come on now. You go on home. You can let yourself in.
Well, now, don't tell me Nelson has his own key.
No, he rings the doorbell just like any other dog. Now, if you must know, Nelson has his own private entrance. Mrs. Mooney paid $50 to have a dog door put in our kitchen.
Oh.
I must say that's more than she's ever spent on me.
Speaking of money, Mr. Mooney, that's sort of what I wanted to talk to you about.
Nelson, wait for me.
No, I'm not going to ask you to give me any money. I just want you to guarantee my credit.
Oh, I'd be glad to. As your banker, I can guarantee your credit couldn't be worse.
Oh, you only have to guarantee $4 a week.
Yes, and it's just for 52 weeks.
That's over $200. What do you intend buying, a yacht?
Now, Mr. Mooney, she just wants to get a pair of those contact lenses.
Yes.
Mrs. Carmichael, if you need glasses, buy glasses. They don't cost so much.
I know, but I just don't have the face for glasses.
Suppose you broke them. That's $200 down the drain.
Oh, Mr. Mooney.
What if you lost them? $200 down the drain.
Oh, isn't that drain stuffed up yet? All right, wait a minute. I'll make a deal with you. If anything happens, you can take it out of my allowance for the next 6 months.
Well, it's against my better judgment, but all right, I'll go and see Dr.
Dr. Kaufman.
Yes, I'll call him in the morning and vouch for your credit.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hello there, Nelson. What are you doing here?
Nelson, why did you come back? Oh, he has a note for me.
He brings you notes?
Oh, yes, Irma keeps in touch. Oh, she wants me to hurry home and drive her to the wrestling matches.
Oh, is Irma a wrestling fan?
No, she's a wrestler.
Well, how do I look?
All right. What did Dr. Kaufman have to say?
Chocolate chocolate fudge cake, 2 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 and 1/2 cups of sugar, 4 teaspoons
You're
of
wearing
cocoa.
them.
You can't even tell, can you? And best of all, you know, they're so comfortable, you don't even know you have them on.
For heaven's sake.
Oh, you baked the
I
cake.
thought I might as well go ahead and bake it while you were down at the doctor's.
Well, let me finish icing it. I ought to do something. I'm the one that's donating it.
Yes, you should.
Where are the boys?
Arnold Mooney's over here, and they're all upstairs playing.
Oh, good. Then we'll get them to take it over to the bank for us.
Ho, ho, ho. Fat chance.
Boys, come down here, please.
We can't. We're busy.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you'd like to lick the bowl. We just made a cake, but that's all right. If you're too...
I thought you said we could lick the bowl.
You can after you take this cake down to the bank.
Hey, this is Saturday. The bank is closed.
Oh, no, Mrs. Mooney's going to have her cake sale there today.
Nice try, Sherm.
Now get going and be very careful, Sherman. And be sure to tell them that it's from us, huh?
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I gotta hand it to you, girl. You're the Dr. Spock of Danfield.
Come on, let's play some gin rummy, huh?
All righty.
Thought you were on a diet.
Now, Lucy, I've lost 3 pounds this week.
You didn't lose them, you just misplaced them. Look behind you.
Maybe I can win back some of that $400,000 I owe you.
Oh, now I can finally see what this magazine is all about.
Yes,
Oh, that's what that picture was, huh? It's your deal. Funny, Viv. I can read better with my left eye than I can my right.
Maybe your left eye has a better education.
No wonder the lens has dropped out.
No.
Dropped out?
Oh.
Oh, my gosh,
Oh, now
dear.
don't get panicky, honey.
Oh,
don't
where
get
is it?
panicky. Now, Lucy.
Oh,
let's
dear,
see
I
now.
can't lose
Now, when
that.
you first came home from the doctor, you came right to the kitchen and you were able to read that recipe.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
dropped it between the kitchen and here.
All right, you look at the kitchen, I'll look in here.
Okay.
Oh, I can't lose that.
No.
I can't. Ah, Viv, don't walk. Don't walk. You're liable to break it. Crawl to the kitchen.
Crawl to the kitchen.
Yes, and look every place. Feel your way.
Yeah.
Oh, Viv, I can't lose that out. Oh, it cost a fortune. Mr. Mooney's going to kill me. Oh, dear. How could it have dropped out and I not know it? Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, Viv! Come here.
Yeah?
You know what? It must have fallen into the icing. I must have iced the cake with it.
Oh, my.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. Where are you going?
I'm going down to the bank and buy back my cake.
I'm coming. Good heavens, what's the matter? What are you doing with all those cakes?
Can I help it if 15 other women decided to make chocolate fudge cake?
Well, for heaven's sake, why did you buy them all?
Because they all looked alike. That's why I had to buy them all.
Now you might drop them.
Well, for heaven's sake, don't stand there and give me instructions. Help me.
Oh, let me take off some of
Oh,
them?
please, Vivian, they're heavy. Hurry up.
I'll get them for you. I'll get these on the top, but then you throw
Hurry
them
up,
to the bottom. Ready?
You got 'em?
Boy, that's heavy, girl.
Yeah, and put them down as quick as you can and take these off my fingers. My fingers are killing
A
me.
minute.
Oh,
Here, I'll get them.
15 cakes.
Oh,
Oh, be
boy.
careful.
There, is that better?
Yeah.
Oh, he knows it.
Oh.
There, now.
Woo. Come on now. We gotta find that lens.
Yeah?
We gotta go through every one of these cakes. We gotta go through every bit of icing. Now come on, Viv, don't waste a minute. Take
All
the cake.
the icing on
all
every
the
cake?
icing. Yes, we have got to. See, they all look alike. I don't know which is my cake. Now be very careful. Remember, it's a very tiny piece of glass.
Oh, great heavens.
Now be
boy.
very careful. Vivian, don't lick your fingers. You're liable to swallow it.
So what? How many calories can a contact lens have?
See.
Not in this
dear. Well, we gotta start all over again.
Oh, come on now, Lucy. My hands are already two fudge-sickles.
Vivian, the lens must be in here someplace. I gotta find it. Now let's try once more.
Oh, right.
Now come on. I got it. I got it. My lens.
Yeah, I got it.
Paper nail.
Yeah, I see that.
Mrs. Carmichael.
Don't say anything. Maybe he'll go away.
You.
If he knows I lost a lens, he'll kill me. He will absolutely kill me.
Oh, it's all over, yes. We sold out in 2 hours. Thanks mostly to you, Mrs.
Oh, well, think nothing of it. I'm always glad to do my bit for charity.
Forgive me for asking, but why did you buy 15 chocolate fudge cakes?
Oh, well, you know Viv. She eats like a horse.
Just one more question. Why did you mess up the 15 cakes?
Cakes? Mess up what cakes?
The cakes you're hiding there on the table.
Oh, these cakes.
Yeah. Why did you mess them up?
You know something? You know what we were going to do? We were going to make those 15 cakes into one great big cake. Yes, you see?
One great big cake.
One great big beautiful cake. You see, Viv's birthday's coming up, and we have to have a great big cake to accommodate all those candles. That's what we were doing.
Well, while we're on the subject of birthdays, that's why I came by. Irma's having a few friends drop in tomorrow to help her celebrate hers, and she would like both of you to come.
Oh, how nice. I didn't know it was Irma's birthday.
Oh, yes. And by a strange coincidence, it's also Nelson's birthday.
Oh, well, tell Irma we'd be delighted to be there tomorrow.
Good. I hope you don't mind eating your own cake.
Oh, how's that?
Oh, Irma thinks you're the best baker in town. So when your cake came in, I put it aside for the occasion. Good night, ladies.
Oh, Mr. Mooney. Wait a minute, Mr. Mooney. You know, Hofstadter's Bakery makes a much better cake than I do. Well, why don't you leave this cake here and let me make you another cake tomorrow, huh? It'll be my treat.
No. Irma wants this one, so I'll take this one back.
Well, look, I got that one all botched up. Please leave it here. And I promise I'll bake another one tomorrow much better, huh?
No. Irma wants this one, and whatever Irma wants, Irma gets. There is one little thing you could do for me.
What's that?
Get your sticky fingers off my suit!
Wouldn't you know he'd get my cake? We gotta get that cake back, Viv.
You have got to get that cake back.
What do you mean?
We who are old and eat like a horse are retiring to pasture.
No time to get sensitive, for heaven's sake.
Can you tell me a better time?
All right, I'm sorry.
Well, that's better.
All right, good. Now let's clean up this mess. I gotta bake another cake.
You got to bake another cake?
Yes, I have. I gotta bake another cake, and I've gotta go over there to Mooney's tonight while they're asleep and switch cakes.
Oh,
That's what I've got to do.
How are you going to get in?
Oh.
Call up Mr. Mooney and tell him to leave the key under the doormat?
Oh, don't worry about getting in. Who locks their doors in this town?
Well, you won't need me. You can go by yourself.
What do you mean I won't need you?
What for?
Well, for an emergency.
What kind of an emergency?
Well, now, Well, look, now, if I get into Mr. Mooney's tonight, and he hears me, and he comes down and finds me in the kitchen, and then Irma comes down and finds us together, you know, she could get pretty jealous. But if she comes down and finds you and Mr. Mooney together, she'd realize there wouldn't be anything to be jealous of. Viv, I'm stuck. Huh? Give me a push, I'm stuck. Oh, did you have to shove me that hard? Well, I thought it'd help if I got a running start. Oh, for God's sake. Get the cake. Oh, the cake. Hurry up. Here it comes. Okay. Nobody ever locks their doors. Shh. Lucy. What? Lucy, I'm stuck. You can squeeze through and pretend it's a girdle. Lucy, I'm really stuck. Exhale all the air in your lungs. That's not the part that's stuck. Come on, help me now. I helped you. You got stuck too, you know. Okay, come on. Help. Oh, that's it. I got it.
You think he's got enough locks on those doors, girl?
Come on now. We just gotta find my cake. Okay. And I think it's in the pantry. Okay. Come on. And there it is. Switch them quick, Lucy. Let's get out of here. Okay. Be careful now. Be careful. Come on, I'm scared. Okay.
Let's see, where did Irma keep those dog biscuits? Sit. I know there are dog biscuits around here. She gave me some for dinner tonight. Nelson, do you know where she keeps them? Yeah, here they are. All right, there. Well, why did you bring me in here if you don't like it?
Sorry about your face, Viv.
Oh, it's entirely my fault. My face shouldn't have been where it was, on the front of my head.
Viv, your nose.
My nose. What's the matter with my nose? My nose. Oh, still. What's the matter with my nose?
My lens. My lens is right on the end of it.
On my nose?
Keep your head down so I can get it.
I found it. I found it.
Now, if you want to go for a walk, Nelson, go by yourself. Good night.
Thank goodness. Now we can get this messy cake home. And Mr. Mooney will never know the difference, and I've got my lens. Come on. Go on, I'll give you a push. Okay.
Oh, Lucy. Here, let me get the cake.
Would you two women kindly explain what you're doing, prowling around in my kitchen?
Well, Mr. Mooney, you see, Lucy was going to ice this cake.
Yes. I got to thinking that tomorrow, being Irma's birthday and Nelson's birthday, I I decided that probably Irma would be getting all the attention. And that Nelson would feel very rejected. Yes. So we baked him his own special cake.
Yeah.
Yes, and he sure seems to be enjoying it.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
it. Good night, Mr. Mooney.
Yeah,
That's
good
it. That
night.
was it. Good night. Good night, Nelson. Good night.
Now, look, Nelson, are you all right?
Yeah?
I'm stuck. Give me a push.
Okay.
Allow me.
Mooney, no, Mr. Mooney. Happy birthday, Nelson.
Oh, dear. Occupant. Nothing but junk mail. Oh, it makes me so mad. It's a waste of time reading this stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, and they spend so much money, and they're always advertising things you don't want. You know,
Yeah.
things you couldn't possibly use in your home.
Like last week, I got a free trial offer for 1,000,000 earthworms. Now, what would I do with 1,000,000 earthworms?
What would you do with 500,000 earthworms?
Oh, Mary.
Oh, you made such a mess.
Oh, darn.
Oh, Lucy.
What?
Oh, look what you did.
Oh, don't tell me I tore up a check. A bill, yes, but not a check.
No, it isn't a bill or a check. It's a personal letter.
How can you tell?
It's handwritten. It says, "Coming to Viz."
Coming to Viz? Coming to Viz? Somebody's coming to Viz me.
But who is it?
We gotta find out who it is.
Well, say that one.
Oh, here's a piece.
Yeah. What's it say?
It says, "Ill arrived too."
Oh, well, that means someone will arrive at 2 o'clock.
No, the word two is spelled with a capital T-U. That must mean Tuesday. It can't mean Thursday.
And today is Tuesday.
That means whoever's coming is coming today.
Oh.
We gotta find out who it
Here,
is.
say this one.
Here's a piece.
What's it say?
7:30 p. That means they're coming at 7:30 today.
Tonight. Oh, that's good. At least you won't have to take off work to meet whoever it is.
Oh, now that you mention it, I better get to work or Mr. Mooney will kill me.
Get to work, Lucy. Where's your curiosity? How can you leave this unsolved riddle?
Who's leaving it? I'm taking it with me. Mr. Mooney will just kill me if I'm late home today.
I knew it.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, you knew what?
But sooner or later, you'd wind up cutting out paper dolls.
Oh, this. Well, there's a very good reason for this.
I know. You're a little early, but Happy New Year.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, no.
Now, does that have anything to do with bank business?
No, sir.
Then get rid of it. Did you finish filing those reports?
No, sir. I'll do it right now, sir.
No, you won't. I have to dictate some letters. Come. Hurry up. Now, you can finish filing tonight.
Yes, sir.
The first letter goes to Andrew and Gaines. Gentlemen, regarding your letter of the 31st,
Oh, Mr. Mooney.
Now what?
I just remembered I can't work overtime tonight. I'm expecting a visitor.
Oh, a relative?
Well,
A friend? What's her name?
I don't know.
You're expecting a visitor? You don't know her name?
Well, come to think of it, I don't even know if it's a her.
Oh, it's a him.
I don't know.
You don't know! Mrs. Carmichael, it's got to be a him or a her. That's all there is.
Well, it could be an it.
If you don't mind, shall we continue?
Sir.
Where were we?
Well, I was just telling you why I couldn't work overtime tonight.
I don't mean that. I mean in the dictation.
Oh, on the 31st.
31st.
Excuse me. Mr. Mooney's office. Oh, no, Mary Jane. No, I still don't know who the letter's from. Well, I haven't found any more clues. No, well, I had to stop looking because you know who came in. Well...
Mrs.
Oh, Mr. Mooney. You scared me half out of my wits.
Oh, don't ever give me an opening like that. Now, Mrs. Carmichael, remember, this is a bank, not a missing persons bureau. Come on. I would like to get just one letter finished before the bank retires me.
Yes, sir.
All right, Andrew and Gaines, gentlemen, regarding your letter of the 31st.
Yeah, oh.
We...
Goodbye, Mary Jane.
Recognize me. Why didn't you meet me at the airport?
Oh, then you're it.
What do you mean I'm it?
Well, I got your letter, but I tore it up.
You tore it up?
Yeah, well, it was an accident. It was a big mix-up. What did your letter say?
I was coming to town for a short visit.
Oh, how short?
A month or two.
Oh, wonderful. How come you're not staying with Cousin Clara like you usually do?
Because Clara is a hypocrite. She only likes me for my money.
Oh.
You know, I'm seriously thinking of cutting her out of my will. Well, never mind about Cousin Clara. It's been years since we've seen one another. Let me take a good look at you, Lucille. Turn around. You look terrible. Thank goodness I'm not too late. I'll have you feeling better in no time.
But I feel fine.
No, you only think you feel fine. I can tell by the way you look, you're a wreck. And it's no wonder. You don't eat properly, you don't live properly, you don't even breathe properly. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is get some fresh air in here.
Oh, Aunt Agatha, I wouldn't open the windows if I were you. The nights out here in California are very chilly.
No nonsense. Just look at all that fresh air out there.
I can't see it. The smog gets in the way.
Well, it's better than the stale air in here.
Oh,
And another thing, Lucille. What? I'm going to see to it that you eat properly.
Oh, really, Aunt Agatha? I eat fine. I have a very healthy appetite. What's all that?
That's health foods. We have carrot juice, blackstrap molasses, wheat germ, yogurt, potted papayas, powdered pollen, herb tea, and cod liver oil.
You sell that stuff?
I eat it.
You eat it?
Certainly. What do you think makes me look the way I do?
I wondered about that. I mean, you sure look great.
Well, certainly I do. And in a few weeks' time, with fresh air and proper food, I'll have you looking just as good as I do.
Oh, that'll be nice.
I'm going to get some sensible clothes on you, too.
What do you mean, sensible clothes?
Well, get out of those high heels. They're very bad for your arches. And look at that skirt. Cover your knees. Do you want rheumatism?
Oh, I don't want rheumatism.
From now on, I'm going to see that you're clothed properly.
Well, now, Aunt Agatha.
No, don't thank me. I'm glad to do it. I better get settled. Where do I sleep?
Oh, well, in my bedroom, I have twin beds.
You mean I share a room? Oh, Cousin Clara always gave me a room to myself.
Well, on second thought, you can have the bedroom, and I'll sleep on the sofa.
You mean you'll have the television set instead of me?
Oh, well, no. I'll move the TV set into your room, and if I want to watch television, I'll just come in and watch it with you.
I won't have any privacy?
Oh, don't worry, Aunt Agatha. We'll work something out. Come on, I'll show you your room.
Well. Rise and shine. Let's not sleep our lives away.
5 o'clock? I didn't go to work. I missed the whole day.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
5 o'clock in the morning? Oh, well, I always sleep until 7.
Not anymore, you don't. You're going to take some exercises. Come on, Lucille. Come on, stand up on your feet.
What?
Exercises are good for people.
Exercises?
Earlier the better. Stand up there. All right, chest out, chin up, straighten up. Now, I think we better start with breathing. Take a deep, deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Why aren't you inhaling?
I can't. My lungs are still asleep.
I know just what will wake them up. Indian clubs. Swing the clubs all over the place. They give you charm. They give you grace. Now watch this. Strong body, strong mind. Throw the clubs and you'll unwind. See how simple that is? Now you try it, Lucille. Come along, dear. One in each hand. That's right. Stand up. That's right. Now, in tempo. Da, 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 dee. You're in worse shape than I thought.
Well, I need my rest, Aunt Agatha.
Oh, no, you don't. You need to have your blood circulating. Now, stand up. Straighten up there. Chest out. Now, we're going to do a lovely bending exercise. Watch me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bend down and touch the floor. Do it with me, Lucille. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bend down and touch the floor. 1, 2. Stay awake. Now, we're going to do our running exercise.
Running?
We're going to do the equivalent of 1 mile. Now,
1 mile?
Okay, 2 miles. Left, right. Come on, left, right. Higher. And away we go. Talk about tired blood. You haven't got any at all.
Aunt Agatha, I get pooped out at work. Don't poop me out before I go in to get pooped out.
Exercise is invigorating. You'll put in a better day at the office. Now stand up, Lucille. Straighten up here. Straighten up. Chin up. Now, we're going to do our trunk twist. It's very good for the waist. Now, watch this. You raise the arms to shoulder height, and then you thrust. Sorry about that.
I think it's a little too much for the first morning. Let me break it gradually.
Younger generation can't take it.
Well, I admit it. Maybe I'll feel better after I make us some breakfast.
I've already had mine.
Oh, I hope you found the bacon and eggs.
I found them. I threw them out.
You threw them out?
They're pure poison. I made you a good, healthy breakfast. Come along. Come on, Lucille. You're going to enjoy this. Sit down. That's it. There. What's that? Well, that's wheat germ, soybeans, yogurt, blackstrap molasses, and a nice glass of lukewarm cod liver oil. Open your mouth and swallow it down. You'll be the healthiest girl in town.
I don't want to be that healthy.
Oh, yes. Now, Lucille. Come on, bottoms up. Bottoms up. Come on, Lucille. That's a good girl. All the way. That's it, Lucille. There. Now. There.
That's good. Good morning, Mr. Mooney.
Good heavens, they've grounded Mary Poppins.
Sorry about all this, but it's my Aunt Agatha's idea. She's the visitor I told you about yesterday. She's come to stay with me.
And she made you dress like that?
Yeah, and that's not all. She's a health nut. She makes me eat all kinds of crazy foods and wakes me up at 5 in the morning and makes me do exercises.
She sounds impossible.
Yeah, and I have to sleep on the sofa, and she took my bedroom.
She sounds obnoxious.
The only reason I put up with her is because she's very rich.
She sounds charming.
Well, she's not. All she's done since she arrived is boss me around. She just orders me every place. I never seen anybody as bossy as she is. Well, she's even worse than you.
Mrs. Carmichael, let me give you a word of advice. Try to tolerate your aunt's eccentricities.
No, I don't know if I can. She's nuts.
Mrs. Carmichael, when you are poor, you are nuts. When you are rich, you're eccentric.
Oh, boy, is she eccentric.
Well, let's try and get some work done, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Would you bring me the file on the Wilson account, please?
Yes, sir.
Lucille? Lucille?
Oh, Aunt Agatha, what are you doing here?
Well, when you left this morning, you forgot the lunch I prepared for you.
I know. Sorry.
Now, this will keep your strength up through the day. There's an organic salad in there with sunflower seeds and a freshly ground pollen burger.
Oh, goody. Oh, Aunt Agatha, this is my boss, Mr. Mooney.
How do you do, madam?
Just shake it. Don't get germs on it. Now, remember, Lucille, you're to eat your luncheon at exactly 12:30. We're going to have dinner precisely at 6:15. You're not to have any sweets or soft drinks in between. And you're to give her a 10-minute exercise break at exactly 4 o'clock. Now, Lucille, are you sure this is your boss?
Yes, why?
Well, he looks kind of shifty-eyed to be working in a bank.
Madam, I assure you I am as honest
Maybe
as
so, but I have a motto. Never trust a fat banker.
Do you still think she's charming?
Yes, she has all the charm of a clogged-up drain.
In a few weeks, we'll have the healthiest wastebasket in town. I don't object to her eating all those health foods, but why does she have to force me to eat them? I'm a steak and potatoes girl.
Then that's what you should eat.
I can't. She threw them all out.
And buy some more. After all, it's your home.
You're right.
Of course I'm right. You assert yourself immediately and nip this female Cossack in the bud. Now you cook yourself a steak tonight.
I'll do it.
Good.
Oh, and Mr. Mooney, will you do me a favor?
What?
Will you come home with me tonight just to give me moral support?
I'd love to, but I have to take my wife to a rummage sale.
Again? You took her to a rummage sale last week.
Yes, but nobody bought her.
What are those things spitting at me?
Well, those are vaporizers. They're to moisten the air so that every breath we breathe will be invigorating and healthy.
Yeah, well, I don't like the idea of them, see? I want to talk to you about something, Aunt
Now,
Agatha.
we'll talk after dinner.
Yeah, well, that's another thing I want to talk to you about.
Not now. Dinner's waiting. And wait till you see the delicious menu I've prepared for you tonight. We have safflower oil with sesame seed salad, ground bone meal, and a seaweed souffle.
Well, I hope you enjoy it, because I am having a steak.
You're having what?
A steak. And tomorrow night, I'm having chops. And the night after that, I'm having breaded veal cutlet.
How dare you contaminate my refrigerator with that junk?
Your refrigerator. That is my refrigerator. And it is my apartment. And I will eat what my tummy wants. And those icky things and that.
I never had this trouble when I stayed with Cousin Clara.
Well, then why don't you go stay with Cousin Clara?
I'm thinking of cutting her out of my will.
I got a suggestion for you. Leave her in and cut me out.
Why, Lucille, you leave me speechless.
Well, it's about time somebody did. Look, just because you have money doesn't mean that you can run everybody's life.
Why, nobody in the family has ever talked to me like this.
Well, I'm doing it. Now, I don't need anybody to tell me what I'm going to eat, and I'm not going to wear these crummy clothes either. What do you think of that?
I like it.
I don't care if you don't like it. I think it's about time somebody told you that you can... You like it?
Yep, you've got spunk, you've got backbone. I only wish I had some money so I could leave it to you.
What did you say?
Lucille, I have a confession to make. I'm a fraud.
A fraud?
I'm not rich. The only way I manage to live is by mooching off my relatives. And if they knew I wasn't rich, they wouldn't let me stay with them. It's as simple as that. Lucille, I've been very lonely ever since your Uncle Ned passed on. I bought a cat to keep me company, but after 2 weeks, she ran away. Well, she didn't run away from me. She ran away with a tomcat. I couldn't blame her. She was lonely, too. The only company I ever had was when the kids came round for trick-or-treat on Halloween. And it was always so cold out there in the Midwest. And I don't know, but the more alone you are, the colder you feel. So I took to playing the rich widow. I came out here, visited my relatives in California. I wasn't lonesome anymore, and I was a darn sight warmer. And I got no complaints. It was fun while it lasted.
Where are you going?
To pack my things and leave.
What do you mean, leave?
Well, now that you know I don't have any money, you won't want me around.
Oh, you're wrong, Auntie. Now I do want you around. But on one condition, that you live your life and I live mine. You eat what you want to eat, and I eat what I want.
Okay, I'll have steak and potatoes.
Steak and potatoes? But now what about your health foods?
That was just to keep my relatives healthy so I'd have someplace to go.
Lucy,
What?
what'd your sister have to say in her letter?
What letter?
When I went to the market this morning, I picked up the mail, and there was a letter from Marge.
Well, I didn't get it. Where is it?
I gave it to Chris.
Now, Chris.
I gave it to Sherman. I gave it to Jerry. Uh-oh.
Well, Jerry.
I left it in my lunchbox.
Well, I hope this group realizes the penalty for tampering with the United States mail.
Mother. I'm sorry, Mom, but I got a little of my lunch on it.
Apparently, neither snow, nor rain, nor peanut butter can stay these couriers from their appointed rounds. Oh, it's from New York.
She must be back from her honeymoon.
Yeah. Oh. She says she and Huey adored the wedding present I sent them.
What'd you finally send them?
An authentic Victorian fatui.
A what?
A fatui.
What's a fatui?
It's an antique chair. I found a darling little gold opera chair over in Wilton. You know, Marge just adores antiques.
Well, there's one good thing. I'll bet they didn't get 2 fatuis.
Oh, and listen to this. Married life is simply marvelous. We're the happiest 2 people in the world.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, but I still wish Marge and Huey hadn't run off and eloped at the last minute.
Oh, what's the difference, Lucy, as long as they're happy?
Well, I had such a wonderful wedding planned for them. Remember? Chris was going to be bridesmaid and Jerry was going to be ring bearer.
I was going to play and sing Oh, Promise Me.
Maybe that's why they eloped.
Never you mind, young man.
Mother, may we be excused?
Yeah, but right upstairs and do your homework.
All right.
Both
You do
of
your
them.
homework, too, now, Sherm, huh? Okay. You know, maybe I ought to keep in practice. Just keep on practicing Oh, Promise Me.
Why?
I might pick up odd jobs with the Justice of the Peace.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, promise me that someday you and I will meet together in that distant sky. What's the matter with you?
Oh, I forgot about you and weddings.
But I just wish that Marge and Huey had let me give them that formal wedding.
Don't you think it's about time you forgot that?
Yeah, I guess so. After all, the important thing is that they're happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get it. Marge! Honey, we just got your letter. We were just talking about you.
Marge! Oh, it's so good to see you. We just read your letter.
Honey, we're so delighted to hear that you're so happy. Marge, honey, what's the matter?
I'm so unhappy.
Oh, Marge, what happened, honey? What happened?
Huey and I had our first fight.
Oh, dear, you poor baby.
Huey's a beast. I knew it when I first met him.
Well, then why did you marry him?
Because he's such a cute beast.
Marge, honey, I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
What?
This never would have happened if your marriage had gotten off on the right foot.
What do you mean?
You should not have eloped. You should have let me give you a formal wedding.
Oh, come now, Lucy. Ralph and I had a big formal garden wedding, and we had a fight before we got past the petunia bed.
Anyway, it was Huey's idea to elope. You know, he's kind of shy, and the idea of a big wedding sort of scared him.
Well, I don't care. I think we should have a formal ceremony if we ever see Huey again. When you see Huey again.
Please, if you don't mind, I don't want to talk about Huey or wedding.
All right, honey, I understand. Why don't you go upstairs and lie down, relax a little bit. I'll get your bag. You take my room, honey.
Then after you get rested up a bit, dear, come on down and watch television with us. There's a good movie on.
Yeah, that's a good idea. What movie's on?
Father of the Bride.
Oh, you're a big help. I just remember there's a big frame picture of Marge and Huey on my dresser. I'll try to sneak it off before she sees it. I'm coming. Huey, what are you doing here? It's 4 in the morning.
I feel terrible about that little spat. I never fight with anybody. I don't know what came over me. If you'd only forgive me, I'd promise Marge is here, isn't she?
Yes, she's here.
Oh, thank goodness.
Who's ringing the bell this time tonight? Oh, Huey!
Huey!
Marge! Oh, Marge. It was all my fault, sweetie pie.
Oh, no, it was my fault, honey bun.
Can you forgive me, cream puff?
Of course I forgive you, sugar love.
Oh.
Isn't that sweet?
Sweet, it's almost fattening.
Oh, well, come on, honey. Get dressed and get your things. We're going home.
Oh, no. There's no point in you going all the way back to New York tonight. Stay here until tomorrow.
Well, we might as well. Tomorrow's Saturday, and you don't have to go to work.
Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow is Saturday. I have the most wonderful idea. Why don't we have a wedding for you two?
A wedding? We're already married.
No, I mean the wedding that we planned for Marge with her family and loved ones around. A real wedding with all the trimmings.
Oh, what do you think, Huey?
Oh, honey, you know how I feel. I hate a big fuss and a lot of confusion and people around. I think a wedding is kind of private.
Well, if you'll pardon my saying so, Huey, if your marriage had had the right beginning, you wouldn't be having the trouble you're having right now. If you'd had the right beginning, you wouldn't be having this trouble right now.
Oh, Lucy, that had nothing to do with it. We fought over the most ridiculous thing.
What?
Bill.
Well, it all began with one of our presents. Someone sent us the most impractical gift in the whole world.
Huey!
Oh, honey, they're family. What's the harm in telling them we got a stupid little gold chair that I'm not even allowed to sit on? It's got the silliest name. It's called a spadoodle? Or a faluki?
It's a fatui.
Yeah, that's it, a fatui. Oh, boy.
Huey, you apologize to my sister.
Lucy, I'm sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, really, sis? I love that fatui. And you do too, don't you, Huey?
Oh, I do. I do.
You really mean it?
Oh, I do. Lucy, can you forgive me?
Well, I'll forgive you on one condition.
Anything you say.
that you let me give you that wedding. Nothing to worry about. It's just a little simple home wedding without a lot of fuss, and we'll only invite the family. Now, you two go on upstairs and get some sleep so you'll be bright and fresh for your wedding.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, aren't they cute?
Yeah.
Where do you think you're going?
Back to bed. Where else?
Viv, we have a lot of work to do. We're giving a wedding this afternoon.
Lucy, it's 4 in the morning.
Exactly. We're lucky we're already up. Hey, how's the punch coming?
Be ready as soon as I get all the fruit cut up and put it up.
Huey, where have you been?
I got a bouquet for Marge, went home and got a suit.
Why did you do that?
Well, I couldn't have been married in my pajamas.
You'll have to excuse me, Huey. I got a million things on my mind.
Say, can I put this in the refrigerator?
Yeah, if you can find room.
Thanks. Say, isn't that a lot of cake and punch for just your family?
Well, you might as well know, Huey. You married into a long line of sweet tooths.
Lucy, where's the ladle for the punch bowl?
Where is it? Drawer. It's in that drawer.
Which drawer?
That drawer there, where it's always been.
Where's the polishing cloth? The polishing
In
cloth.
one of those drawers, I don't
Which
know.
one?
I think it's in the same one where the ladle was.
Oh, it was in this drawer. Why didn't you say
All
so?
right, I didn't know. I don't know. I was just guessing at it.
What are you taking, Huey?
Tranquilizer to calm me down.
Oh, Huey, you don't have anything to worry about. Harry Connors, our next-door neighbor, is going to be your best man, and he takes care of all the little details. Oh, I forgot a little detail.
What?
I forgot to invite Harry.
Forgot to invite Harry?
Yeah, I'll go over and ask him now. I want to borrow his candlesticks. Anyway.
Candles! I gotta go back to town and buy the candles.
You forgot to buy candles?
Well, you forgot
How
to
can
buy
you have a
Harry.
wedding, for heaven's sake, without
For
candles?
heaven's sake, I tried to invite... I was gonna buy the...
Girls, hold it. Will the two of you hold it? Will you calm down? I think you both better have one of these tranquilizers.
I've never had one of those. I don't want...
I haven't either. What do they do to you?
Just relax you a little.
Relax you. Take one. Let's go.
I'll open the door. I was
Hi. Good grief. Look at all the chairs. Who did she invite? The entire cast of Ben-Hur?
We've got to get ready.
Okay. Honey, you go ahead. I'll be up in a minute. I forgot something in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Viv, I got my hair washed. And it's only 2 o'clock, and our guests don't arrive until 5, so we're just doing fine.
Fine. All we have to do is decorate the cake and get dressed. We're all ready.
That's right. Did you ever see Marge's wedding ring?
What are you doing with it?
I have to give it to Jerry to put on that little pillow.
Oh, isn't that pretty? To Marge from Huey, may our love...
There! Oh, now, really. You shouldn't be reading a thing like that. That's private. Now look what you've done.
Well, you knocked it out of my hand.
And I can't even see the bottom. You've got so much fruit in there.
Well, now, don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. I'll just scoop around with this ladle. We'll find it. Here, hold, give me a cup. Give me a cup.
Any luck? No, it's not in here.
Don't pour that in the sink. I spent all morning making that.
Well, I can't put it back in the bowl. I have my fingers in it.
Well, drink it.
Okay, I'm thirsty Oh, boy, that hit the spot. Anything?
Uh-oh.
Did you find it?
Wait a minute. No, but we're getting warmer. We think between the two of us we can find it. That's the best punch I ever made. Likewise. Lucy.
What?
I feel a little funny.
What do you mean? How do you feel funny?
Well, kind of, lightheaded, you know. I'll bet it's that tranquilizer.
Boy, you know, Viv, this punch is a lot better than the punch you made last time. I think you must be using better fruit.
Thank you, Lucy. Does have a kind of a tang this time, doesn't it? Hey, Lucy. You forgot to look for the ring.
Not in there. Boy, I'll say one thing. Huey said these pills would relax me, and boy, am I relaxed.
Me too, they're marvelous. We'll have to get some of those pills from our pharmacist.
What's that thing doing in there? Somebody's wedding ring.
Well, who could have been so careless?
Why am I relaxed?
Lucille.
What?
Remember how nervous we were the last time Marge and Huey got married?
I guess it's better the second time around. So choose your weapons. Well, what do you want to make? Roses or doves?
I think I'll make the doves.
No, I think I better make the doves, because as I recall, the last time you made doves, they weren't very pretty, honey. In fact, they were more like ugly dublings.
You're a riot, girl. Ugly dugglings.
How's this thing work?
You just plunge that plunger in the back and dove.
It works.
Now then.
I'm going to put the prettiest dove you've ever seen up here.
You do that, honey. Ah, there's.
Now, that's the way a dove should look.
That's a dove? Looks more like a buzzard.
So it's a large dove. Oh, boy, making doves, that gets you awful thirsty, doesn't it?
Lucy,
What?
you want me to write their names?
Whose name?
The girls, Marge and Huey.
Oh, yeah, would you, honey? You have such a lovely handwriting.
You don't let me write your sister's name. I
Yeah.
thought you would want to write that all by yourself.
No.
You know that you're very good to me. Very good. There isn't room to write all those names.
Well, then we'll make room. you spell Marge with 3 G's.
I'm so sorry.
Well, you know there's only 2.
What's the matter with me?
Well, now cross one out. You haven't done any harm. Just cross it out.
And Marge and Huey. And I'll dot the R. That's got it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that
honey.
pretty?
Yes. No, it's all right. I'll get my own. You're going to have to finish the borders, and I'm going to take care of all the little people.
All right. Oh, I am making a border like you never saw in your life. What's the matter, honey?
I can't help it. When I look at these little people going through life's bumpy highway together, I tell you, I worry about them. Yes, I do.
Don't cry now.
Are you finished?
I'm finished with the roses
time.
Would you mind getting me a little drink there?
I didn't worry about her.
The bride and
I have an announcement to make. I'm sorry, but the bride and groom have eloped again.
Now, Mrs. Winkler, I'm not the type of man to high-pressure anyone into making a hasty decision, but I'm sure you'd be more than satisfied if you give our bank a chance to handle your late husband's estate.
Well, I appreciate your interest, Mr. Mooney, but I think I'd like a little longer to think it over.
Of course.
And now I must be getting back to Pasadena.
And remember, Mrs. Winkler, our bank offers more than just business relationships. With us, you would be treated as a friend and a member of the family.
Mr. Mooney.
Yes? Oh, Mrs. Winkler, are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
Oh, I apologize for my secretary.
I'm terribly sorry. Please forgive me.
Forget it. I rather enjoy a little action once in a while. Good day, Mr. Mooney.
Oh, good day, Mrs. Winkler. Oh, it's so nice of you to take it that way, really. Thank you so much. Mrs. Carmichael, do you realize Mrs. Winkler is a very important potential client?
Well, yes, Mr. Mooney. I said it was an accident. I just heard it.
What are you doing with all that junk anyway? Did you come here to work or to try out for the Olympics?
No, sir. The girls here at the office loaned me all this stuff to take to Lake Arrowhead tomorrow.
Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Tomorrow is my vacation.
You mean my vacation?
When you're not here, it's my vacation.
Who's winning? Well, I was just getting a little practice.
The personnel office sent me over to see Mr. Mooney's secretary.
Oh, well, that's me. I'm Lucy Carmichael.
Hi, I'm Audrey Fields. I'm going to be replacing you on your vacation.
Oh, fine. Well, Mr. Mooney just stepped out, and I'll be glad to introduce you to him when he comes back. Won't you just sit down?
Well, maybe while we're waiting, you'd show me around and tell me what my duties are.
Oh, well, it's just the usual secretarial work, answering the phone and typing letters and filing and things like that. And if I can do it, anybody can.
Now, tell me about Mr. Mooney. Just what kind of a boss is your employer?
Well, let me put it this way. He's more boss than employer. He yells a lot.
Uh-oh, one of those, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that a man like that can be handled with tact and diplomacy.
Oh, well, that's just the way I handle Mr. Mooney. I have found that the best tact and diplomacy is just yell right back at him.
Mrs. Carmichael!
What do you want?
Well, I'll tell you what I want. You're supposed to put addresses on letters before you take them to the mail room.
Yes, sir. I'll be glad to help.
Who's this?
Oh, that's Miss Audrey Fields. She's going to replace me during my vacation.
Oh, how do you do?
How do you do, Mr. Mooney?
Please, sit down.
Thank you.
Well, tell me, Miss Fields, have you had much experience in this sort of work?
Oh, yes, sir. My last position was as private secretary to the president of the North Atlantic Trust Company. Actually, when I started, the situation was rather similar to this one. I replaced a girl who went on her vacation, and Mr. Grant was so pleased with my work that he kept me on. And by the time she got back, I had assumed so many of her responsibilities that they made her my secretary.
My, isn't that interesting?
Yes, very.
Yeah. Well, now it will be a pleasure having someone with your experience around here to help us.
You know, Mr. Mooney, you remind me somewhat of Mr. Grant.
Oh, I do?
Uh-huh. Of course, he's a bit older.
How old is he?
At least 40.
Oh.
You know, Mr. Mooney, now that I see how young and attractive you really are, I'm really sort of surprised that this office is furnished so, conservatively.
Conservatively?
Oh, yes, Mr. Mooney. Now, for instance, these drapes. They're really terribly ordinary. Today, people are going in for fun patterns and lamps with a message.
Lamps with a message?
And now, let me see. The rug looks like it's in good shape. Maybe shampooing it would bring it back to life.
It is a little dead, isn't it? Well, I like your suggestions very much, Miss Fields, very much indeed. Mrs. Carmichael.
Yes, sir.
Before you go to lunch, will you get in touch with an interior decorator?
Yes, sir.
Make sure we get someone very avant-garde and modern.
Oui, madame.
Oh, and if anyone calls, I'll be out to lunch.
Yes, sir.
Now, there's one more thing.
Yes, sir.
Are you interested in lunch, Miss Fields?
With you? Yeah. Thank you.
Kooky outfits I borrowed for you from the studio. All very high fashion. And look, honey, this is the wig Audrey Hepburn wore in the picture we saw. You know, some nights you can be a brunette just for kicks.
Well, Mary Jane, I appreciate all the trouble that you went to, but I just think I should call Lake Arrowhead and cancel my reservation.
Oh, Lucy, all year long you've looked forward to this trip. Now, don't blow it just because some girl's taking your place at the office.
That's just it, taking my place.
Now, what does she look like?
Oh, nothing special. She's about the same age as me when I was younger. She's attractive, but not beautiful. Her figure's okay, but not wow, you know.
Well, so what are you worried about? She's just a girl.
I know, but she's so good at it.
But, honey, Mr. Mooney's not going to be taken in by someone like that. He's a respectable married man.
He's also at the dangerous age.
He's past the dangerous age.
That's worse. Men go from dangerous to desperate.
imagination run wild. Now, why don't you go up to Lake Arrowhead and stop worrying about your job?
Look, I'm not just worrying about my job. I don't want to see Mr. Mooney led astray by some designing woman.
Is there anything you can do about it?
Well, I can stay around where I can keep an eye on them and see they don't get too cozy.
Lucy, you're supposed to be on a vacation. You can't be seen hanging around the bank.
Well, now, they don't have to know it's me that's hanging around the bank.
Lucy, no, not another one of your kooky capers.
Well, all I know is I just got to protect poor Mr. Mooney from that menace.
Well? New paragraph. Confidentially, I think my approach to landing the Winkler account is far superior to Mr. Cheever's old-fashioned fuddy-duddy way. By the way, where did these flowers come from?
Oh, I brought them. I thought they'd make your office just a little more cheerful.
Our office?
Oh, Mr. Mooney.
Oh, they smell lovely.
I was hoping their fragrance would help overcome the aroma of Mrs. Carmichael's perfume that seems to linger on.
Oh, how? Is that her perfume? I thought that was insecticide.
Good morning, Mr. Mooney's office. Oh, the interior decorator is here.
Good.
Send the decorator in, please. I just know you're going to love all the ideas I have for your office.
Our office, remember.
Ciao. I am Margot of Margot's Mad Mod interior.
She has a mad exterior, too, if you ask me.
Won't you come in?
Thank you.
I'm Mr. Mooney's secretary.
Oh, you must be that lovely Mrs. Carmichael I spoke to on the phone.
No, Mrs. Carmichael is on vacation. I'm taking her place.
Mr. Mooney, Mrs. Carmichael sure thinks the world of you. Yeah, she says you were so kind and considerate and so loyal. And oh, by the way, how's Mrs. Mooney?
Fine.
I'm glad to hear that.
Would you mind if we got on with the decorating?
Why not?
Over here, I thought we should have some very bold masculine drapes. A pattern that would reflect Mr. Mooney's personality. Maybe something in an animal motif.
How about something with a stripe down its back?
Yes, stripes. Stripes are very in this season.
Yes, they're way in. Yes.
And over there...
Where?
There, we thought that we should have a very important painting.
Like what?
Something that art lovers can communicate with.
No. Well, if it's communication you want, how about a Salvador Dali? Then when anyone comes through the door, they can say, "Hello, Dali." That's communication.
Yes, well, we'll think about that.
No.
Now, over here, I would suggest that we put a nice, cozy little bar.
A bar?
Oh, yes, Mr. Mooney. Nowadays, more deals are made over a bar than over a desk.
True.
I'd like the bar to be made out of something unusual.
Like what?
Well, now, what do you have in distressed wood?
Well, we have some walnut that looks a little worried. Or maybe you prefer melancholy mahogany. Or if you want something really distressed, we have some pecky cypress that's on the verge of suicide.
I know what I'd like.
What?
Maple.
Oh, maple, good. With a beautiful blonde finish to go with your hair.
Oh, aren't you sweet?
And maybe a black base to go with the root.
Well, if you ladies have settled your decorating problems, we have to get back to work.
Oh, well, don't let me interrupt. You two just go ahead like I wasn't even here. I'll just take a few measurements.
Oh, fine. Now, let's get on with our correspondence. Would you read me the last paragraph of that memo I dictated?
Yes, sir. Confidentially, Mr. Kavanaugh, I think my approach to landing the Winkler account is superior to Mr. Cheever's old-fashioned fuddy-duddy way.
Fine. Now, that memo goes to Mr. Kavanaugh, and be sure that this one goes to Mr. Cheever. And don't get them mixed up, because if you do, I am in terrible trouble.
Oh, I'll be very careful, Mr. Mooney. Perhaps Mrs. Carmichael could make that mistake, but I never could.
One more thing. Are you interested in lunch, Miss Field?
With you?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Thank you.
Perhaps Mrs. Carmichael could make that mistake, but I never could.
The stock that you mention will be acceptable as collateral for the loan that you are requesting. However, if the loan will not...
Buenos dias. My name is Jose Hernandez.
Apparently, you're here to shampoo the rug.
Apparently, I come to shampoo the rug.
Wouldn't Mrs. Carmichael send someone over here to shampoo the rug when we have important work to do? Now, she is a real bird brain.
Couldn't you make arrangements to come back later this evening?
No, I cannot work at night. At night, I have to siesta.
Don't you take your siesta in the afternoon?
No, Esther, my girl. Tonight, I have to siesta.
Oh, really? Shampooing the rug while we are working? What a bother!
Oh, you don't bother me, senor.
I wasn't referring to you. We're the ones...
Gracias. Pick up your feet, senora. On the way for Juan Jose.
You go someplace else.
Sí, Tijuana, but I don't wanna.
Mooney, I want to talk to you about this memo I received.
Yes, Mr. Cheever. Yes, sir. What about it, sir?
Well, in it, you criticized my handling of the Winkler account, and you also refer to me as an old fuddy-duddy.
Oh, well, sir. My secretary must have made a mistake in transcribing a note. I have never thought of you as a putty. Or even a duddy. What I think I said was that you are a ready Freddy.
Well, listen, Ready Freddy. You had better get ready to find yourself another job with another fuddy-duddy. If we don't land that Winkler account...
Yes,
and remember, this is a bank, not a laundry.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chicken. Yeah. Can you explain how this happened?
No, I don't know how it happened. I just came to shampoo the rug.
I'm talking to you! Well, Miss Fields.
No, I'm sorry, I don't understand.
This is worse than anything Mrs. Carmichael ever did!
Good morning, Mr. Mooney.
Good morning, Mrs. Winkler. Oh, how nice to see you. Won't you sit down? Oh,
We've been trying to get you on the phone all morning.
Oh, have you really? Well, I was visiting some friends at Lake Arrowhead. Oh, and while I was there, I ran into that adorable secretary of yours, Mrs. Carmichael. What a dear, dear girl.
Oh, well, that's very generous of you to say that.
Well, she's my kind of people. I like doing business with my kind of people.
Doing business?
Yes.
Well, now, I can arrange to have the papers all drawn up for your signature tomorrow.
Oh, will Mrs. Carmichael be back tomorrow?
Oh, I'm afraid not.
Oh, well, why don't you have Mrs. Carmichael call me when she gets back from her vacation, and we'll settle things then.
Whatever you say, Mrs. Winkler. Whatever you say, of course.
Oh, my, she certainly is eccentric.
Well, she'd have to be so fond of Mrs. Carmichael. Oh, she's also very forgetful. Here's her handkerchief. Now, I wonder why she insists on Mrs. Carmichael being here before she'll do business with us. Now, she went to Arrowhead, and I am beginning to smell a rat.
I am beginning to smell the rat's perfume. Now, look at these initials, L.C.
Lucille Carmichael! Now, what in the world could she be up to?
Why, she's here to spy on us.
Well, why would she want to do a thing like that?
She's jealous of me.
Jealous?
Well, as a woman, she's aware of the great admiration that I have for you, Mr. Mooney. Now, what was it you said they used to call you in college?
Speedy.
Speedy.
Ah, so you came back, did you, to get the handkerchief before we discovered your initials?
Handkerchief? What are you talking about?
Oh, don't give me that. Come on, I've had enough of the game.
Mr. Mooney. Oh, you don't know what you just did.
You realize what you have made me do?
Yes, I'm sorry, Mr.
Sorry? I not only threw out an important client, I have thrown my entire career out! Oh, Mr. Cheever. Yes, sir.
Mrs. Winkler was just in my office.
Oh.
I don't know what you said to her, but congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes! She wants you to handle her account personally. She says you're the independent, no-nonsense type. She likes your spirit. Says you remind her of her late husband. Splendid, my boy. Splendid!
Mr. Mooney?
Hello.
See, I'm lucky for you.
Well, it's lucky for you that things turned out the way they did. Where are you going, Miss Fields?
To Arrowhead. I've had enough of this kooky joint. Speedy.
If you're stuck for a secretary, Mr. Mooney, I can take my vacation some other time. That is, if you still want me to work for you.
Well, there's one thing I have to get settled first.
What's that, sir?
Are you interested in lunch, Mrs. Carmichael?
With you, yes. Darling little town, so old-fashioned and quaint.
Decadent is the word.
Oh, Mr. Mooney.
There isn't even a porter here to take my baggage.
Well, I'll carry it for you.
Oh, please, Mrs. I don't want people to see me letting a woman carry my baggage.
Well, I carried it when we got on the train.
That was last night. It was dark.
Read all about it. Paper, mister?
No, thank you, son.
Oh, look, Mr. Mooney, your picture's on the front page.
Well, How much is that paper?
A nickel?
Do you have change for $1?
No, sir. Oh, that's okay. You can pay me next time.
Oh, here, son. Here's a quarter. Keep the change.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's all right.
Paper!
My, that was very generous of you giving that boy a quarter.
Oh, he seems so nice and trusting.
Yes. Well, don't forget to remind me that I owe you a nickel. Oh, well.
What does it say about you?
Banker Theodore Mooney arriving in town to confer with Highway Planning Commission.
Yeah, that sure is nice of him putting your picture in the paper, huh?
Well, they should. I worked hard to convince the Highway Commission that a freeway through Main Street here would bring this town progress and prosperity.
Oh? Mm-hmm. I thought that you wanted the freeway through here so you could build your big shopping center.
Mrs. Carmichael, I assure you, my motives were most honorable and in the best interest of the community. Mrs. Carmichael!
I didn't say anything.
I know, but I don't like the tone of what you're not saying.
Look, the brass band.
Well, I didn't expect a welcome like this.
How about that?
Yes.
Why, Mel Tinker. What are you doing here? Well, how nice to see you. Gee.
Oh, this is my hometown. I was raised here.
No kidding.
Yeah, my folks are pretty upset about this freeway situation, so I thought I'd pay them a visit and cheer them up.
Oh, how nice. Tink, this is my boss, Mr. Mooney.
Oh, I'm glad to meet you.
I can see that.
Tink and I live in the same apartment house in L.A. We're very good friends.
That figures.
Mel's a musician and a composer. Oh, you ought to hear all the music he's composed.
Oh, I can't wait.
Well, I wrote the march that the band was just playing.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it called? Mooney, go home?
Well, no, sir. There's no title or lyrics to it. It's just a march.
Well, I think it's very catchy. Da-da-dum, 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 da-da-dum.
Mrs. Carmichael, please. Look, I was supposed to meet a member of the Planning Commission named Weber. Can you tell me where I can find him?
Oh, well, he just passed here with the band.
Well, I suppose we better check in at the hotel if we can find it. Where is it? It is
Wait
in
a
this
minute.
place.
Now, look, we have no porter here, but
No,
let
I
me
know.
help you with the bags, okay?
Well, that's very nice
I'd
of
be
you,
more
Mel.
than happy to
Yeah,
take
well,
them.
thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Excuse
Mine's
me,
very
would
good.
you carry this for
Yeah,
me, please?
go
Is
watch
the
Now, no tour of Bancroft would be complete without a visit to Doc Putnam's.
Why's that?
Well, take a look. Now, to most people, this might just be another drugstore, but here in Bancroft, this is our Main Street a-go-go.
Oh, well, let's go in. Oh, I just love it. It's so old-fashioned. A coffee grinder. Oh, smell that. Oh, and look, penny candy. Do you know I can remember when you could get a penny's worth of candy for a penny?
Amen.
What's going on there?
Oh, that's a chess game. Now, that's Doc Putnam. He owns the drugstore. And that's John Bubbles. Now, those two have been at each other's throat over that chessboard for the last 20 years.
You're kidding. Who usually wins?
I know the game isn't over yet.
Who's the other gentleman?
Oh, now, that's old Uncle Joe. Hey, he's 105.
You gotta be kidding.
True.
mine, and I'll just capture your queen.
Hold it, hold it. I said, I think I'll move it over there. I didn't actually move it yet.
Why, you did too move it.
I did not. I just jiggle it over there. And a jiggle is not a move.
Well, it is when you jiggle it all the way over to another square.
Well, I jiggle it all the way back, didn't I?
Oh, I'm not going to play with you anymore. You keep moving these chess pieces around like they were flying saucers.
I didn't move anything. I just jiggled.
Now, here's a complete stranger. Now, we'll let her decide. Mitch, did he jiggle or did he move?
Well, I'd say he half jiggled and half moved.
What kind of an answer is that?
The lady means it all depends on your point of view. Right, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Look, either he jiggled or he moved.
Not necessarily. For instance, take this bottle of whiskey. Now, a pessimist would say it was half empty. An optimist would say it's half full.
Is that how we got to be 105?
Hey, Doc.
Yeah?
How about fixing us a couple of sodas?
Oh, yeah, coming right up. Don't you do any jiggling while I'm gone. Jiggle, jiggle all the time, jiggle, jiggle. Get it done. Well, what do you have, folks?
What do you recommend?
Well, I usually have a strawberry ice cream soda.
Oh, it sounds wonderful.
All right, 2 strawberry ice cream sodas.
Oh, and Doc.
Huh?
In a clean glass.
In a clean glass.
Well, you know, Doc does pretty good on the washing, but lately he don't see so good when it comes to the rinsing.
He sees pretty good when it comes to jiggling.
Miss Carmichael, this is John Bubbles.
How do you do, Mr. Bubble?
Hello.
Old Uncle Joe's asleep.
Oh, already?
Mr. Bubbles used to own the garage here, but he sold it and bought the livery stable.
The livery stable? I thought horses were practically extinct.
I bought the livery stable so I'd have more time to catch up on my hanging around.
Well, that gives you an idea how the folks around here feel about progress.
Yeah, you know something, I appreciate a small town after all the hustle and bustle of a big city.
Yeah, it's a shame they're going to bury it under a freeway.
Well, are you sure it's a lost cause? You still have that public meeting tonight with the Highway Commission.
No, that meeting won't do any good.
Why not?
Well, you know, the local people here in Bancroft just figure they can't fight City Hall.
Well, then why did you bother with all those signs and that big parade this morning?
Well, brass bands and parades are very big here. But you know, when it comes to politics and speeches, that's something else again. See, this isn't like an election. No matter what the local people want, the Highway Commission calls the shots on a freeway.
Well, I think that's ridiculous. Boy, if I lived here in Bancroft, I'd find some way to convince the Highway Commission that they're making a terrible mistake. They are just going to ruin this beautiful little town.
We already had one meeting with them to discuss the issue pro and con.
What happened?
Those highway officials are pros when it comes to con.
Well, folks, here's your 2 strawberry ice cream sodas.
Oh.
Who ordered the clean glass?
For the lady.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doc.
Oh, boy, that's what I call a real old-fashioned ice cream soda. You know, this whole place reminds me of an ice cream parlor that was in my hometown when I was a little girl, especially the piano. Hey, Tink, play something for me, will you? It's been ages since I've heard you play.
Why not? Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
You know what this is?
Diddly bop bop boppy dee boppy dee boppy doopy day.
Bibbidi boom boom.
Diddly bop bop bop.
Shoobity bop bop bop.
You know something? There are no skyscrapers in my hometown. There were no bright lights on old Broadway. There were no taxis out on old Main Street. No midnight cabaret. They were just plain people in my hometown. Always up with the chickens every morn. If a fella had a gal, he would not have to watch his pal in the town where I was born.
Hey, how about some dancing?
I'm ready when you are.
Well, just put your feet in my hands.
You got them, just don't squeeze them too tight.
Where'd you learn that one?
Hanging around.
I like that.
Yeah? Well, come on down and hang around a while and I'll teach it to you.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Now, just take your right foot. Lay it down low. Now, take your left foot. Don't add no more.
No.
Now, put them both together. That's the latest style. Now, stop. Rest a while. That's long enough. Come on. Hey, you can breathe easy on this case. Let's walk around a little bit. Now, stop.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mooney. May I present Mrs. Carmichael, my secretary?
How do you do, sir?
How do you do? Your Honor.
Oh, Your Honor. And may I say that it must be quite an honor to be mayor of such a beautiful little town.
Well, thank you. Mr. Mooney, your bank has even greater assets than I imagined.
Oh, no wonder you got elected.
Sorry I'm late, folks.
Oh, hello, Mr. Weber.
Weber, I can tolerate a member of the Highway Commission marching with the protesters because the band needs a tuba. But do you have to wear it to this meeting?
Well, I never can get it off after I eat lunch.
Well, when you show up at that highway meeting tonight, you better have it starved off of you.
Yes, sir.
Now sit down.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, may I say that I think it would be a terrible shame to put a freeway right down your main street. It is so beautiful. You know, I visited all your shops, and I was in old Doc Putnam's drugstore, and I walked all around, and oh, I just loved the parade this morning. Da-da-dum, 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 da-da-dum.
Mrs. Carmichael! Weber!
Yes, sir.
One more blow and out you go.
I'm sorry, sir.
Now, Weber, where do you suggest putting the off-ramp?
Well, I think the off-ramp...
I hope it will be where it will help the bank shopping center.
Oh, it will. The highway department has said that the off-ramp will come right here, right through Doc Putnam's drugstore.
Oh, you can't do that.
Why not?
Well, how can old Doc Putnam and Mr. Bubbles play chess on an off-ramp? And Mr. Weber, that brass band that you're so proud of, without Main Street, you know, you'll be holding your parades on a freeway. You'll start off with 76 trombones and wind up with one piccolo player.
But Mrs. Carmichael...
Hey, Mr. Weber, you were born and raised here. These are your people. Can't you do something to get out of this mess?
Lady, I can't even get out of this tuba.
What about you, Your Honor? Can't you do something?
Mrs. Carmichael, will you keep out of this? I appreciate your sentimentality, Mrs. Carmichael, but I have to be realistic and consider progress.
Progress. Well, if you ask me...
Nobody asked you!
I think we'd be making a lot more progress if we had a lot more wonderful little towns like Bancroft.
What do you mean, we? You're not even a citizen here.
I'm not the only one that feels like this, and you'll find that out tonight. Now, look, Your Honor, can't you convince the men on the Highway Commission that Main Street is more than just a street? Well, it's a way of life. If I lived here in Bancroft, you know what I'd do. I'd get up a petition about this. And at that meeting tonight, I'd say, who needs industry and commerce and all that high-polluting, air-polluting progress? Energy doesn't get better just because it gets bigger.
Well, thank you, Carrie Nation. That was a very pretty speech, but the Highway Commission has already determined where that freeway is going, and you will not sway them, even if you take that crack-a-barrel philosophy of yours and set it to music.
I think that is a very unfair attitude, Mr. Mooney. If you had set it to music. Da-da-dum, 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 da-da-dum.
Mrs. Carmichael, will you stop?
Stop, I haven't even started yet.
Well, it is apparent by this meager turnout that the majority of the townspeople are in favor of a freeway in Bancroft. Therefore, I officially proclaim the approval of...
I know, I remember long ago, known as Main Street, USA.
Hey, what a thrill, what a treat.
Every time you put your feet on the pavement of Main Street, USA.
Now the big thoroughfare.
Ah, but you didn't care, 'cause you walked down the square, and your neighbors were there, and you see all the sights that you'd seen there before.
From the livery stable to the old drugstore.
Life was sweet, life was low. You would greet someone you know, and you'd pass the time of day. When your heart's in the rut, don't you ever wonder whatever happened to Main Street, USA. Hey, by the way, are you wishing what I'm wishing? What do you say we get together and sign a big petition to preserve a wonderful American tradition?
Main Street, USA.
There's Farmer Brown. He came to town to sell a wagon load of wheat before the price went down.
And what do you know? There's Uncle Joe.
Yeah, they say that he's 105 or so.
I know.
Oh, one side on a Saturday night, every light shining bright as can be.